What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Crash Course Metal Show. I'm your host, Trevor Crash Knight, and today we are going to be bringing you another mail time. And this time I got three more albums, CDs for you, and we'll jump right into it and show you what I got. So, first one I picked up past few weeks is LA Guns, their newest album, Checkered Past. There's the back there for you. The single off this, well, one of them anyway, was Cannonball. Good song, pretty cool video as well. We did a reaction to that when that came out on the channel here. Go check that out. But yeah, an interesting album to say the least. I find it just okay. It's just an average album. I was a little underwhelmed with it, but I think for me, as far as the album, there's certain half these songs did make the iPod, so it's certainly like nothing to take away from here. But I think what kind of threw me off just a little bit was when like the first like three spins I did of this album, I was like, are there even any guitar solos on here? Like, I couldn't remember. Like nothing. There's really no memorable guitar solo, and that's not what's to be expected of Tracy Guns, you could say. Tracy Guns is a guitar hero. He's known for shredding and great guitar solos. At least that's how I think of him. So it was kind of weird, like to be like after the first few spins, I'm like, where are the guitar solos? But they are there, but nothing real crazy, nothing real memorable and such. But other than that, though, it's like I said, it's a decent album. It's solid, but just definitely a little subpar, you could say, for me. So for some of the songs, like I said, Cannonball was the single. If It's Over Now is pretty good. Knock Me Down, that's probably one of my favorite songs on here. Let You Down, and That Ain't Why. And there's a couple other ones here too that are solid. But there's not, especially Knock Me Down, I think might be my favorite off the album. Knock me down, baby. I'm ready to rise. You knock me down, try your best, baby. I'm ready to rise. Say my name. So, but yeah, you got Tracy Guns, Phil Lewis, vocalist, very good. Just glad that they're making new music still. And I think because I didn't listen to the last album I picked up from them, new album, was The Missing Piece, which was a really good album. I really enjoyed that album. But I have not been able to pick up the other one or two before Checkered Past here. Can't remember how many there is now, because they've been pumping them out pretty much every year, every 2 years since him and Phil and Tracy got back together. So very excited for that and good to see that. So moving on to the second album that I picked up recently is 2019's Quiet Riot's Hollywood Cowboys. It's time I'm letting go. Walk to the light. Tell me, baby, was it all for show? You got me paralyzed. Can't walk before you crawl. Can't change the view. I was actually quite surprised with this album. I thought I picked it up. It was a good price. And I thought, it's Quiet Riot. There's all kinds of moving pieces other than Frankie Manelli, obviously, which he did shortly pass away after this album. So give a shout out to Frankie, rest in peace. Very cool guy. But yeah, it was definitely a surprise for me with this album. I enjoyed it. It's just got like just good rock songs on it. Nothing real special though. Like nothing like I would be like, oh hey man, you gotta check this out right away. This is on the top of the list. But very good though, nonetheless. Very listenable. I have a good amount of these songs on. You got, what is it here? You got 11 songs on this album. Very good stuff. Heartbreak City. Heartbreak City is one of my favorite songs on this album. Really good groove to it. Good vocals. Holding On, Roll On, Don't Call It Love, all good stuff. I enjoy this album a good deal. I was quite surprised with it. Well worth the discount that I was able to get it at, and just really impressed, guys. Very good. So if you ever come across this, I would pick it up and just, I wouldn't say keep an open mind, because it is all rock and like good stuff. Nothing really like out of left field or anything with this, but just a really solid album. I definitely was quite surprised picking this up. So that's choice number, or that was number 2 that I picked up the last few weeks. So for my third and final pick, I was able to find Black Label Society's debut album, Sonic Bro. Obviously, it was Zach Wild's band. Never heard, I think the first album of his that I had in his catalog, or in Black Label Society's catalog, was 1919 Eternal, I believe, and which is a good album. But I was kind of interested in seeing what the debut would hold, see if there was like a lot of that same, what you would get from Zach and Black Label, like on Shot to Hell or 1919, just that sound, that vibe and such. And it is kind of the same, maybe a little bit more toned down. But as far as you still get Black Label Society's bread and butter here, the sound, that is. But there's some good stuff on here as well. It wasn't, for me, Black Label Society, I like Black Label Society, but at the same time, I can't listen to like 2-3 albums straight of a Black Label. Like, I love Zach Wild as a solo artist and just as his guitar work in general, but something with that tone and just what he does in Black Label, it kind of gets old fast for me anyway. But still, I really like Black Label Society compared to a lot of stuff that's being played on the radio now, so I'll take that. You know, it's definitely not a slight towards him. So yeah, some of the songs on here is Beneath the Tree, Lost My Better Half, The Rose the Petaled Garden. That's a pretty good song. There's just good stuff on here. I still have about, because I think you had what, 13 or 14 songs on here, and I had about 6 or 7 that I took and put on the iPod. So about half this album I can work with. Pretty good stuff. Good solos. You know, you know what you're gonna get from Zach and Black Label. Just good solos, some good writing. But for me, they're just that tone and the sound of what Black Label Society is. I just can't listen to more than 2 albums at a time. And like I said, that's no slight. Guys, let me know what you guys thought of these 3 albums. Do any of you guys have these in your collection? And let me know what you added to your collection as well the past couple weeks. I'm always interested to see what people pick up in the music world, and just even that's how we get recommendations as well. Just I like hearing other people's recommendations and what they bought, and in turn I go and check it out as well. So guys, I want to thank you for watching the Crash Course Metal Show. I'm your host, Trevor Crash Knight, and until next time, guys, I will see you guys later.